Okay, hey, I'm here with Cherie. We're interviewing people here at our convention here. First question I'm asking everybody is, how long have you been in the business?
3.5 years.
And how's it going for you? Making some money? You don't have to give exact numbers, but how are you doing financially with it?
Make more money than I ever did as a vet tech.
Wow, that's a really good testimonial.
Yep.
So tell us about that a little bit. What did you do before? It was a vet tech? What does that mean?
So I was basically a veterinary nurse. I did anesthesia, dentals, the whole shebang. I went to school for that, spent $50,000, was the head technician, worked all the way up into the top of my field, and I was still not making enough money to support my family. So I got a job opportunity and I ran with it, and now make over 6 figures.
That's fantastic, fantastic. I'm also asking everybody kind of about our family of people. Tell us about the atmosphere of your office or the offices that you work at.
Just basically a big family, lots of fun, right? We're all our own special brand of crazy, but have a lot of fun, enjoy each other, lots of motivation, lots of just building people up and people development. It's an amazing culture. Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
So good to hear. So it's same here. Would you like to talk a little bit about your passion for the business and how you maybe have helped people, have saved lives, or anything like that?
One of the greatest moments in your whole entire career as a safety advisor is when you get your first Lifesaver Award. And I cried in front of the whole entire world when I got my first one. Not because the people were hurt or anything like that, because they all got out of the fire, but because this family that I had protected, loved on, and been part of my friends had a fire. And it's the one thing I can't prevent. I can get them out, but I can't prevent a fire.
That's right. Fantastic. That's really fun. We're also just asking everybody about any participation trips you've been on that you really, any one stand out?
Oh man, I don't know. They all are amazing. We went to Vegas and got to go to the Lobsters Museum, hang out with everybody. Mexico's always amazing when we go to Mexico. The boulders. I didn't know the desert could be beautiful, right? So we went to the boulders down in the Phoenix area. Colorado was amazing. They're all just amazing because we pick amazing resorts and get to hang out with all these cool people that we get to see a couple handfuls of times a year, but we are all very involved with. So.
Thank you so much for the interview. Good job. Keep up the good work and go get them, all right?
All right, thanks.
Thanks. All right, I'm here with Gene here today. Gene, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the business.
I've been in the business about a little over 4 years now. Started off part-time, ended up going full-time, and then had the opportunity to become a dealer.
And you took your dealership down in Cincinnati, is that right?
I did, yep, just over a year now as a dealer, yeah.
How's that going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
It's going good. Speed bumps in the road as always, but we're getting rolling, and it's fun. I'm excited.
Tell us what you used to do before this, because I find that pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, I was a career firefighter paramedic, and when I first saw the whole presentation, my wife was 8 months pregnant with our first set of twins, and so it was a big reality check for me as a firefighter, realizing I did not have my family prepared. So that was a big eye opener for me, and I wanted to get involved immediately because I knew if I didn't know about this as a career firefighter, a lot of families probably aren't as prepared as they could be.
Yeah, so you must have actually kind of a little interesting perspective because you get to see the true horrors of what fires really do to families.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really what kind of got me involved. I've seen both sides of it. I've seen what some prevention can do and help, but also I've seen the devastation of what can happen when you're not prepared or you have no warning to get a house fire. One of the big things that kind of really got me ignited was my in-laws. My first presentation I ever did was for my in-laws. We got them protected, and then about 2 years after that, they had an attic fire.
Wow.
And it saved their lives. So my first Lifesaver Award ever was from my own family.
That's
so
fantastic.
You want to talk about all in at that point.
Woo!
That'll do it for you.
That's crazy, man. That's a good deal. And then tell us about your favorite company trip. The company, we have our participation trips that you earn, and you get to send you out to some fun places. Talk about where you'd like to go.
Yeah, our first one that I got, I was still part-time. I hadn't gone full-time yet. I was still working full-time in the fire department, doing this part-time, and I earned a trip to the Bahamas for me and my family. And we took our twins with us, and we took my mother-in-law too. So she helped us out with the babies. We got to still have a good time, and that's one of the best trips we've ever been on. It was amazing.
Fantastic. Thanks for the interview, Gene, and keep up the hard work, man. Keep it going.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
Thanks. All right, bye-bye. All right, hey, I'm here with Jason here at our convention here, and just want to ask you a couple questions about the business. How long have you been in it?
4.5 years.
4.5 years, and tell us about how it's going for you. You're making some decent money. No, don't have to give any kind of exact numbers, but just talk about it a little bit.
It's fantastic. It's a blessing. One of the things I love about this business is that I really took and made a decision 9 months ago that I was going to go after this and open a dealership, and I'm well on my way.
Fantastic. What did you do before?
I worked for ADT. I was on a specialty sales team with ADT, and it was it's an only national installation sales company that they had. They did installations all over the country, and I learned a lot in that security business, but also learned a lot about their fire safety too.
Tell us a little bit about their fire safety since you brought it up.
Their fire safety, I'll do it this way. They had dealerships that are allowed to sell and install ADT across the country that aren't necessarily ADT corporate. So those companies get to choose their own equipment they use. So some use equipment out of Canada, and some use the Honeywell stuff. So.
Okay. We were just asking everybody kind of just talk about the people in our company, the atmosphere, is it positive? You like the people?
I love the people, and the one interview of me right now is one of my most intriguing ones I've met recently. But one of the most rewarding things about this is the people. Because in the business I was in before, they say that the businesses don't grow, people do. And I'll go a step further in saying, you grow your people, your business will always grow with it, right? You grow your people, focus on them. But that's what this business is all about, is about helping each other. That's why I love, even though it's a competition for everybody, we're all, in the same pool, swimming around, trying to make the bigger laps and all that. And guess what? Because we need help, they're there for us. And so it's a family, it's a second family I've never had in any kind of work environment before.
That's awesome. That's how a lot of us feel, isn't it? Do you have any? Can you talk about your passion? And you talked earlier today about the business in front of our group. Just a tremendous amount of passion coming in. Where does that come from?
The passion itself. I have a story about fire that I never even shared with my boss, with Jerry, and I haven't told anybody here. It's very near and dear to my heart. But once I got into this and realized that I can make a difference in people's lives, not just money-wise, like I can make a difference, but we can change people's lives and their vision on how they see themselves and how they see their own families. Just by doing the fire drills, things like that. It's the simplest thing of saying, when you have people go, I had no idea, Jason, you were supposed to close your bedroom doors at night. And you tell them why, and you lead from your heart, because that's what you want for that family. You want them to get out of the fire. But then you talk about the recruiting aspect of it and how this business, you can change people's lives. People have never had dreams before, never had goals, don't even know how to put action to those goals or that plan or anything like that. There's so many different ways that this company's uplifted. The passion has to come from, for me, wherever God wants you. And if you're obedient in that, you can't go wrong.
That's awesome, man. Thanks so much for the interview. Keep up the good work. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
Number one salesperson in our company, Shelly. How long have you been in the business now total?
I've been in the business for about a year and a month.
1 year and a month. Okay, that's pretty. Well, that's not long at all. Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
All right. What did you do before of this business?
I am a certified medical assistant. I worked in
Wow.
doctors' offices, and I'm also a certified phlebotomist.
Wow, that's crazy. That sounds like a great story. I'll have to get that later. How are you doing as far as income? Has it been everything you thought it would be?
Everything and more. Yeah, it's hard work, but it is well worth it.
Okay, great. And we're asking everybody to just kind of talk about the atmosphere of our company and the people.
The most positive people I've ever been around in my life. We're like a big family. Everyone loves everyone, and if you fall, somebody's there to pick you up and got your back at all times.
That's right. So great. I know you have just a ton of passion. I heard you talk earlier today, and we're kind of in our street clothes now, but we took off all the suits and ties. But just talk about your why you're so passionate about this.
I'm so passionate about this because it has 150% changed my life. I was in a bad way, in a bad place, both financially and just with time with my family, and it's changed my life. It has given me the opportunity to go places I never thought I could go, see people I never thought I could see, and have more time with my family and really just raise an empire. I'm going to change my family tree.
That's awesome. And then we're also asking everybody about their favorite trip. You probably just went on the last one, Cancun. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I went to Cancun, Mexico, and it was all inclusive. Actually, my trip was completely covered by the company. These trips are amazing. You can earn them. They're always just top of the line 5-star resorts. All you can eat, all you can drink, all you can play, all you can have fun. Ocean front, really top of the line. It's worth every single moment of time I put into it.
All right. Thanks for the interview, Shelly. Keep up the hard work.
Thank you.
Victoria here at our convention. I don't know how long you've been to 2.5 months, and before this.
I was a manager at a retail store for just about 2 years.
And did you see a bright future in that? That looked like a great long-term thing for you?
Not exactly. No, sir.
Oh, okay. So, I heard you talk today. It was a great talk, very inspiring, especially because you got off to a rough start. Sometimes people do that. You tell us a little bit about your rough start and explain how many missed sales in a row and that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. So I went 23 demos before I got my first protection. I got that first protection at number 23, and then after my first protection, I went another 19 demos with not getting a protection. So it's pretty rough.
That's crazy. So how did you turn that around? Did you study hard? Did you watch other people? What'd you do?
I took everything that I was taught, everything I learned. I just took it all in. I did study certain nights throughout the week, and then I just played everything in the field and just kept going and did not give up.
It's a fantastic story. I mean, really, it's a lot of fun. How's it going financially? Are you liking the income from it as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Just turned everything around. Catch up on some, a little bit of debt and past bills, and definitely a much brighter future now.
That's awesome. And then I heard you talk today, too, about the passion you have for the company, the atmosphere, what you're actually doing as far as helping people. Can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah. We're protecting families, and it's just the feeling you get knowing that you are truly protecting a family, keeping them safe for years to come. It is something that is bigger than myself, I believe. So that is a huge part of the motivation and drive that helps me get up every morning and just to pursue what I love and do.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for the interview. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
We're just kind of doing interviews here at our convention here. How long have you guys been in the business?
So we've been in the business about 10 years.
Okay. What'd you do before this?
So I have been in direct sales for over 30 years, just a different product line, same type business. We're just attracted to fire safety by the passion, by what we do as a good thing. So we took everything that we learned in all those other years and applied it to fire safety.
Talk about your income from it. I mean, you're doing pretty well?
So yeah, we do well. We do. We're very blessed. We have a house out in the country with some acreage, and my wife we have 18 grandkids. My wife's been to Alaska 5 times visiting them grandkids this year alone. Yeah, we do well. We're doing good.
And then I want to ask Janice here about your favorite participation trip. Can you answer that question for us? What would you like to say?
Yes, my favorite participation trip was Cabo San Lucas. It was just amazing, a lot of fun, sun and sand and sea, and it was just great.
And how did you qualify for that?
We qualified through sales.
Sales, yeah. Yeah. It's perfect. All right. Thank you so much. You guys keep up the great work. All right.
Thank you.
All right. All right, I'm here with Brandon here at our convention, and just let me ask you a few questions about our interview here. How long have you been in the business?
I've been here for 2 years.
2 years? Okay, great. What did you do before this?
I worked for John Deere as a service technician.
Did you see a bright future in that? Or was that? I think you mentioned that you didn't really like doing that much.
I saw a bright future in it, but the pay was not there and the frustration wasn't worth it.
All right, so you have been started out as a part-time safety advisor, is that correct?
Yes, it's part-time for about 4 months and then jumped to full-time.
So after 4 months, you kind of saw the potential and went, holy cow, I can make way more money doing this than I can working with John Deere. So without getting into specifics of the numbers and stuff like that, how financially well is everything going for you?
Everything's going pretty well. When I was working part-time and then doing that full-time, I felt like it was costing me money in a sense to keep working there when I can be running more demonstrations.
Yeah. So now you're kind of new in the business, but you are planning on taking your own dealership here fairly soon, correct?
Yeah, fairly soon, within probably 4 months or so.
And so let's explain that.
So I guess it won't be necessarily taking a dealership right away. It'd be a branch manager position, and then it's a slow transition into owning your own dealership, and kind of get you ready for it without the initial, I guess, shock of owning your own business then.
Right, that's awesome. So I guess we're asking everybody this question: how's it going for you financially? You doing pretty well?
Oh, terrific. Yeah, I want to pay for road.
That's awesome. Good to hear. And then last two questions. First one's on the atmosphere of our company. We just love it. I've asked everybody about that. In other words, the people, all of our people here at the regional, people in the office, comparatively to corporate America. What's that kind of like?
Oh, it's just an incredible fun environment. I mean, they surprise me all the time with the fun new things that we do, and it's just something I did not expect coming into doing this, and it has changed my perspective on this entire kind of a business mindset, I guess, when it can be this fun.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how you make money and have fun, right? It's kind of crazy. Have you gone on a participation trip yet?
Oh yes, we went to Mexico earlier this February, and it was fantastic. It was pretty life-changing, and it kind of made everything just solidify with this company, and it just made me eager for more participation trips and then pushing harder for the next one.
Now, one last thing here, Brandon. Here, so some people are very outgoing. Some people are kind of more reserved and soft-spoken. And I think you would consider yourself more reserved and soft-spoken. Is that correct?
Yes,
And how does that still work for you in a kind of a sales business?
Yes, I'm very reserved. I like to sit back and kind of watch and think. But with this position here, it just comes down to just caring about people. It doesn't really matter what your background is. Just care is all, and you'll do fantastic.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for the interview. We'll keep it going, man. Good luck in the future. We'll see you down the road. All right, I'm here with Boone and Tessa here at our convention. Just doing a quick interview. First question is, how long have you been in the business? Either one of you, who wants to answer that?
I'll answer. So I've been in the business for 3 years.
3 years. What did you do before this?
I worked at Panda Express.
How was that?
I hated my job. That's how I got recruited.
You hated that. Yeah. So, you guys are both kind of running demos. Is that correct? Back and forth. How's that work for you?
Not right now.
So you are.
I just got started.
You just got started. Okay. So What attracted you to the business? Why are you wanting to do this?
The people,
Yeah, what does that mean?
positive energy.
Okay, so you mean our people? Is that what you
Yes.
mean? Okay, great. That's actually one of the questions that we're kind of asking everybody about the atmosphere. So actually, Tessa, you work at Jason's office. Just talk about the atmosphere of the office a little bit. It might be kind of fun.
Okay. So it's a wonderful atmosphere, and that's actually what attracted me to this business. I first started off as a safety advisor, and then I worked in the marketing room, but every day it's a positive energy level, and that's what I like about it, because not at every place you get treated that way. So it's a positive vibe, positive upbeat atmosphere.
That's right. You make lots and lots of phone calls per day too, as well as running demos here and there or something like that. Is that correct? How would you describe your day-to-day work?
So I mainly make phone calls every day. I also do marketing stuff as well. So like I said, a lot of my phone time does get a little diminished here with the rest of my daily tasks, but I love it though.
Excellent. And so, Boone, you're getting ready to run some demos. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, what do you see? What are you doing for work right now? I forgot.
I work for a fork company, or they manufacture forks.
Can you describe what that's like?
It's a lot of heavy lifting and fast-paced environment, and very negative there.
And dirty.
And dirty.
And dirty?
Yes, very dirty.
Have you guys gone on any participation trips yet?
No.
You have not?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. Everybody else talks about all these places you get to go. They take you there if you qualify.
So the thing is, for me being a marketing director, I don't actually qualify for those trips, but now that Boone's going to be running demos, he can qualify us.
I'll bet you're excited about that.
Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome.
All right, well, thanks so much for the interview, guys, and you guys keep up the good work, and I'll be looking for your names in the papers. All right.
Thank you.
All right, hey, I'm here with Kyle. We're here doing interviews at our convention. Kyle, can you just tell us how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business for about 4 years.
4 years, and how would you quantify that's going for you? Are you making as much money as you want to make? Are you doing pretty well?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're never making as much as you want to make, but I have definitely increased my earning potential. I'm making about at least 3 times more than what I was as a firefighter. So
That's that. Well, that was the next question. What did you do before this? You were a firefighter. Tell us a little bit about that and how that relates to our business.
So I was a firefighter for 5 years altogether in the fire industry for 14 years. Been a volunteer for 14, full-time career firefighter medic for 5. So, you know, I always tell people this at the end of my demos, that I feel like I protect more lives doing this than I was as a firefighter, because, you know, firefighters, they show up when?
After.
You know, after the fact or while it's happening, whereas what we do and what we put in people's homes for the fire safety is going to last them, you know, their lifetime. So.
It's fantastic, man. We're asking everybody to kind of talk a little bit about the atmosphere of our company, the people. Say something about that, would you?
The people here?
Yeah.
They're great. The camaraderie is just overwhelming. It really is. To be a part of some people that lift you up and they want you to succeed is pretty amazing opportunity. You don't get that at a lot of places. You're just a number. You're not a number here. You're part of something more. You're part of a family.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I think you talked about most everything on there, except do you have any? We're just asking, do you have a favorite participation trip maybe you've been on where you sold enough alarms to qualify for, and they sent you to a special whatever it might have been?
Yeah, that would have been Cancun.
Yeah.
So, funny story about that. Yeah, we qualified for Cancun. We ended up going, but we got delayed last February due to the winter storm that came in. So we were at 2 days late getting down there than anybody else. So we were actually stuck in Dallas for 2 days.
Wow.
It was kind of a bummer seeing everybody with the pictures of the water and everything, but when we got there, just stepping foot on the property was worth it. I mean, I've never been on a more luxurious trip that the company provided for us.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. All inclusive, all you can eat, the water, Most blue water I've ever been to. It was amazing. It really was.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for the interview, Kyle. Keep up the good work. Good luck, man.
Thanks.
All right. All right, I'm here with Alex and Kim Fertig. Brand new dealers in our area. We're at our convention. Things are going crazy. We're doing interviews. First question, just want to ask you guys, how long have you been in the business?
Almost 2 years.
And how about you?
A little over a year.
So even though you're married, you have been doing this for a couple of years, and then you finally got on board?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do before this?
I was a full-time fireman paramedic.
Okay, that's excellent. We have a lot of firefighters that get involved in our business. Can you talk about that a little bit? As like, how does that translate to what you've seen in the fire industry to preventing that from happening in the first place, or any kind of thing that kind of hits a nerve for you?
So in the fire service, the big thing is we don't really focus on fire prevention aspect of it. It's more so go and put out the fires after it happens. Versus what we do now, it's more of the prevention aspect. We get to go into homes and we get to better protect families and get them better prepared for fires. So it's a better opportunity because we can prevent tragedy from ever happening.
And you guys have been building a lot of team, over the last few months as well. Can you talk about that? I know you're the master, Kim, so why don't you just tell us about how you like building the team and why you're so passionate about that?
So I'm actually a fire survivor. I had a house fire, and so I'm very passionate about what we do and sharing the knowledge and protecting families. So the more people you have, the more people you're going to reach naturally. Alex and I can reach, a bunch of people ourselves, sure, but the more people you have, the farther grasp you're going to have, and the more families you're going to protect. So it's just hand in hand.
Dang, it makes so much sense. Okay, how are you guys doing? And now I know. Actually, you know what? I know the story that you guys struggled for your first 2 months as, is it dealers or branch managers? Talk about how you struggled for the first 2 months, maybe why you struggled. Who wants to answer that question?
Sure, I'll answer that question.
Okay.
So we had the structure, right? So we knew you have to have leads, you have to have people, but we didn't do them in the right order, right? So we tried recruiting and recruited people, but then we didn't have the leads and the demos to support those people. So it was a struggle because I'm a recruiter, right? I want to go get people, but then you have to make sure that you can put those people to work. So you have to make sure that you're constantly bringing in people to send them out to teach fire safety to. Otherwise, there's no point in recruiting because they have nowhere to go.
Excellent. Okay, so but after about 2 months, is that right? Something like that? You kind of got some things figured out, and then things just kind of started going great for you, right? Is that right?
Yeah, so we ended up adding 4 people to our marketing team. We added 4 new phone callers who call, set appointments for us, run events for us, and then we kind of just exploded because we finally had all of these people to go teach fire safety too, so then we could bring more people in to send them out into the field.
Okay, so I have to ask you, how'd you get all the leads then?
Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of ways. So from referrals in the homes that you already get into, to little craft shows. We got into a free event that a employee worked for us, and she got over almost 200 leads from one event that we didn't even have to pay to be in. And then Facebook leads. People will make a Facebook post for you. It's completely free, doesn't cost them anything, doesn't cost us anything. And then anyone who's interested in learning fire safety just signs right up on it.
It's fantastic. Okay, how is it going financially? I'm not asking for any specific numbers from anybody because I know it's kind of personal, but just speak to what it's meant. So you used to be a firefighter, so how is it compared to that, and how are things going?
So being a fireman and paramedic, you don't make much money. So since we've done this, we've gotten into this, we have made a lot more money. We're able to save more money. We're able to afford more things. We're able to provide for our children a lot better. We have 4 kids at home, so it's not just us that we're providing for. So it has made it a lot easier in that aspect of it.
And then here's the last question. You guys are great. Actually, I want to ask you 2 more questions here. So I'm asking everybody if you could just speak to the atmosphere of our company, our family, our people, what that's like, maybe compared to other stuff you've done, or I don't know, either one of you want to answer that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this company is a big family. Everybody loves everybody. Everyone is so willing to help you get where you want to go. They're not going to kick you down and try try and run you over and beat you. They want to build you up so that you can be the best you can be. And so everybody loves each other. There's no drama. It's amazing.
Oh, it's so true. And then, have you guys gone on our participation trip yet?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. How many have you gone on?
So we've gone on one participation trip. We went to Cancun when they did Cancun, and then we earned our second one, but we were right in the process of taking the branch, so we decided not to go on that one and focus on that. We did just earn the one for this year too, though, so we'll be going on that one again.
Yes, Mexico again. Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to see you guys there. All right. Thanks for the interview, guys. Good luck. Keep it up. Keep working hard. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.